Hello, Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. All you Cappies, the way you call each other. Capricorn, this is a reading for you for the full moon in Libra that's coming up the 19th of April and for the second half of April. And so how am I going to do that? I'm going to use a full moon spread, and I'll talk about that. Using this initiatory tarot of the Golden Dawn. You can see the box is so worn. I use it all the time. I love it. It's one of my favorite decks. And then my Vera Sibilla and the casting of the runes. The casting of the runes sounds like a movie title. So what are we going to do? I'm going to pull 6 cards for the moon, to make the moon. You know that the moon cycles have a new moon and a full moon. And typically we would call the new moon cycle a beginning. Things start, it grow, and they grow. And the full moon cycle is a time when you close the circle. There is an eclipses hiding things, or you release things. And so this is all about that. This reading is going to be, what is it that we did during these moons? And what is it that we have to release? Okay? So Capricorn, I hope you're having a lovely April and that you're relaxing. And this crazy, crazy spring is not, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, we're having the spring and people just go crazy around this season. April is tough in any hemisphere that you're in. And it takes us, it affects us in such wild ways. Okay, and of course, it's the season of love. Everybody falls in love in this season. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are these cards? Let me show you. First card is the High Priest, the Hierophant. The second card is the Queen of Cups. The third card is the 4 of Wands. Then we have the 10 of Wands. Then we have the Emperor and the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups. Now, what is the blah, blah, blah. I'm on camera. I'm on candid camera. Sorry. Every now and then I have to laugh at myself because I'm so dumb. My sisters would always say, for someone who studied so much, boy, are you dumb? Hi there. Okay, we have laughed. That's enough. The first card that I showed you was that Hierophant. And the Hierophant, what does it talk about? It signifies what is coming toward us. Not what is coming toward us, but what have you created, Capricorn? Between the 2 moons, since that new moon, what have you created? Now, and what have you manifest? What did you bring to yourself? The Hierophant is an extremely difficult card to interpret, but it's also a highly spiritual card. And what did you create? You've created an entirely different mindset, Capricorn, whereby usually your usual self would see you trying to push forward and keeping taking care and controlling the nature of your activity, the nature of your work. You're a very hardworking person generally. I'm seeing this as telling me, look, there's much more. There is a higher self here. There's much more that is important. And you've been manifesting this sensation of a different perspective. And let's see if I can raise my gaze and look at something more. Then the next card talks about where you are in this cycle. And where are you? We have the Queen of Cups. You're in the process, ladies and gentlemen, Capricorn friends, of, this talks about love, and I can't deny that. But I cannot say, I can't say it. Capricorn, you're all in love. But I'll try. And what it does tell you, though, the emotions run really deep and run high this period, the second period of April. And And yes, there is love there. And where are you? You are in love, many of you. And I'm looking at 39%. That's quite a bit. And I'll classify with the other, with the Sibilla later. Then we have a card that talks about what is coming to you. What is coming to you, Capricorn? And we saw that it's the Four of Wands. What does the Four of Wands talk about? Well, one thing is a house. It talks about a house. What's coming to you? My house, your house. A new sensation of home. It can be a physical home, of course. All of those real estate agents out there are going to start, with their antenna are going to go up. It talks about the metaphorical home. Finally you find that you're going home. You're being home. Now all of a sudden I'm content. I know who I am. I know what I want. But it does talk about a physical home as well for many of you. Those who may want to change homes, purchase a home, invest in some property. Then we have the card that talks about what, ladies and gentlemen, Capricorn friends, is no longer serving you. What is no longer serving you? The Ten of Wands. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of a heavy burden. And typically, right next to this home should tell you, it's not that you didn't have a place to hang your hat to call home. You have. You've made your home in many different places. But now, what is no longer serving you is that heaviness, that drudgery that you've been carrying, extra responsibilities, extra fear, extra everything that have burdened you until now, that have made it almost impossible for you to see and feel that you have a spiritual value and you do have a home. Interesting. Then the next card it signifies the how can you release all of those burdens. And I have here the Emperor. And it's also, the Emperor is an Aries card. It symbolizes Aries. And you can, if you have friends that are an Aries, they can help you in releasing. And the Emperor talks about feeling. How can you release? You release by feeling that you are in charge, that there is a heavy dose of self-confidence that needs to be put in your veins and, drink and eat, all of this, that you are the owner of your own life. You are the person who has the decision-making process. Remember that, Capricorn. That's how you release. Remembering that it's your decision to make any or take any steps. And the last card is a card that tells us what other resources do I have available to me that will allow me, that will help me release. It's the Eight of Cups. You have the ability to get up and go. Leave those things behind. Literally. Now, I'm going to take the Sibilla cards, mix them, and pull some cards. First of all, I'll put them over the Hierophant, the High Priest. What have you created? What have you manifested since that other moon? And then another 3 cards I'm going to put over what is, where am I? Where am I? You remember this Queen of Cups. And I was saying that a good number of you are running high with your emotions. The next I'm going to put over what is coming to me. We have that Four of Wands, and I said the house. Interesting. Then what is no longer serving me? And I'm going to put that over that card. And the last, and that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, so what have you created since the last moon? We saw that it was the High Priest. We have sighing, so speedy, meaning that you are waiting and waiting and waiting. Now, let me go on. We have the merchant card, Mercante, and then we have this male enemy, Nemico. And what have you created? You have created the situation whereby these two cards, the merchant and the Nemico, have now turned you into a person who is seeing for the first time that work is just work. Work pays the bills. That's it. I am not identified with my work. And then sighing here is a card that is waiting for something more, is waiting for a sign that there is something more. Now, the next three cards are over that where am I now, this Queen of Cups. And I have happiness in the heart, allegrezza al cuore. I've got love. I'm such a good reader. And then I have conversation. Look, if my name were Christelle Martinette, it is love coming in. Where am I now? I am in love, and not in love with a person necessarily. I exist in love. I am love, and I am light. And this is, your conversations here are with the divine. Very, very interesting. And then what is coming toward me? What is coming to my conscious awareness? And I have jealousy, the jealousy card. And this is not only jealousy, mind you. And then I have the house, another house over the house, casa. And then I have a consoling surprise, consolante sorpresa. Now, this jealousy is a tinge of sadness in terms of the fact that you in the past have not been able to do that so far. And with this notion of finding something that I can call my own, and that where I can lay down and feel that I could be alone if I want, I could be with other people if I want, that is now, finally I've understood that that's important for me. It's not really important to be with other people. They're there. And we are one, even if I'm not with them. But I have the luxury of being with myself, and I'm not that bad. This is how you're thinking. Then I have over what you should be releasing, what is no longer serving you, over that 10 of Wands. And I've got l'amalato, the ill one. I've got the ladro, who speaks to negative change, the thief. And then I've got sadness. And these are 1, 2, 3. They're no longer serving you. Negative changes, negative energies no longer serving you. Illness, mentally, physically, spiritually, and the tears out the door. Now, I am alive. I'm listening to that song. I am alive. This is what I'm hearing you say. Then I have the runes, and let's take a look at what they have to add to this. Let's see what they have to add. Now. The cycle, this new full moon cycle, that is the second half of the month, is not without its difficulty, Capricorn. We have lagas, lagus. They're the changes that are being made, and the idea of leaving everything behind implies that you make some decisions, and not all of those decisions are easy for you to make. This is clear. Also, Fehu, Merc Stave here, tells you that in this decision-making process and getting rid of things that no longer serve you, there are money-making opportunities that you just can't take anymore. You are not in the mindset of only wanting to earn money. So be ready for that. Then I have this lovely tear. Tear looks like an arrow, and it talks of success, and it's pointing to your love and emotional life, that side to your life. Also, the rune of Otala, it's been coming up Merkstave upside down. It's been coming up Merkstave for every single reading so far, and it's been going on the ground. I'll let it go. Since the beginning of the readings, in only one case it was bright stave. And what does Otala tell you? Oh, Merkstave. It tells you that you will not see the key to your spiritual growth in the form of dollar signs, in the form of finance, in the form of economic value. Your spiritual growth is depends on your emotional health. And this is the beginning, Bjork Berkana, Capricorn friends, that marks the beginning of a new emotional life for you. Not necessarily tied to a person. It's you in relation to those around you. You are feeling that you belong. And this is one of the greatest gifts of life, really. I do hope this was of help. Capricorn friends, a great, beautiful reading here. And like, share, and subscribe. Like my videos, share my videos if you like them, and subscribe. I'd love that. I'd appreciate that. I'll come and write to everyone now. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back. I'll be back soon, very soon, very soon, very